Hello everyone, I am Gabriele, welcome to my channel. I keep playing Stegosaurus on my road to 100% growth stage. Now, at this growth stage, I should be kind of safe against most dangers if I use rocks, if I use trees, if I use cliffs and even water. Not pulling too much aggro, too many players around me. There is still I cannot exaggerate because my damage output is not around 1200. It must be roughly, and it is a guess at 92%, must be around 800 points of damage, 900 points of damage. Again, it is a guess I'm making. It's a ton of damage, but if I decide to go by a river, annoy Deinosuchus, and then annoy Raptors too, and then annoy Carnotaurus, 900, 800 points of damage might not be much. Have you seen how much the gameplay has changed, by the way? I'm standing on a cliff, in between two rocks. It is still true, on a cliff, kinda, a very rough slope. And I'm not hiding anymore. So the gameplay totally changed after I hit that 80%, 84% growth stage. At 82% roughly, your weight is 4 tons, which makes you unlungeable, ungrabbable by any Deinosuchus, which is just perfect. You can go and drink safely, basically. That means. Now, I can stop hiding, and now the most interactive part of Deinosuchus arrives. You basically have to annoy everyone else, nothing else, because the part where you run has finished. Yeah, come on, it is true. The part where you run, where you hide, where you must not engage, where you must not be spotted has ended. Now everyone can look at you. You cannot care the less if someone is spotting you from far away. And most players at the moment, at least, they like to broadcast when they are in huge groups. I'm talking about Raptors. So if there is a huge group of Raptors around, you can bet that one of them will broadcast, and that will make me wake up and check my surroundings. Check my surroundings for possible Raptors. Come on, I do broadcast when I am in a huge group of Raptors. I do broadcast when I think I am the biggest danger around, and I want to tell everyone, come at me and try to challenge me. Kinda. It depends on the gameplay. It depends on the times. I don't know. Okay. This is center, not center spawning point just yet. I'm going there. I'm going there. There is the cut river. I will annoy some Carnotaurus. Why not? I'm going there after all. Getting closer and closer to that 100% growth stage. That's the most important thing. And once there, well, whatever. I can start doing shenanigans, or I can play safe, or I can do shenanigans on the safe side. With Stegosaurus you have huge margins of mistake. You can do pretty much anything at that point. Have you seen the little rabbit burrowing in here? That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool, I think. Kind of cool. What if removed? It's somewhere here. Well, night vision has been removed. Colors are more vivid, less grayish, I guess. And then we keep moving. Checking every side. Again, I don't care to be downwind under a slope. I don't care being in a hiding position. I don't care. I just I am the strongest terrestrial around. Super slow. I cannot engage with anyone if others do not want to engage with me. That's the big downside. That's why most Stego players go by riverbanks and try to annoy or to lure out of water Deinosuchus. That is why most Stego players start doing crazy shenanigans just to die afterwards, because there is no more challenge. After a certain point, you do not have any more a challenge. That's where the survival/horror game ends. I mean, unless you want to, but then it's something that you can choose. let's say I'm playing Stegosaurus. The only horror I can have, the only survival thing I can have is that if I decide to get in a fight with against, let's say, 10 Raptors in a prairie, ignoring trees, ignoring slopes, ignoring rocks, ignoring everything, just staying on a prairie, keep walking or not, and trying to fend off myself against the Raptors, then there is some challenge, but it cannot be considered survival because I decided to get into that position, you know, just out of boredom. There is no more challenge. It's the game has become a huge chat, a very refined chat game. Just chatting, you know. I've grown my Stegosaurus. It is just chatting now. There is some minimal choices I can make. Actually, I have a lot more choices that I can make compared to when I was growing Stegosaurus, but huge margins of mistakes because of my huge damage output. I'm like a walking defensive tower. Again, I can use it as aggressive as possible, but if the other player keeps running, I cannot take it down. If you die because of a Stegosaurus, I can only say get good for real, get good for real, run away from the Stegosaurus. What were you thinking staying around the Stegosaurus? It's bored, it's gonna do like this, bam, and then bam. I mean, I didn't see this animation, by the way. Alright, I feel better now. I feel better. So, move away from the Stegosaurus. Move away from the Stegosaurus. This is officials. I'm trying to give you my insight on officials, you know. Officials. There are tenths of good servers, private servers, with some minimal man-made, other players made rules that will minimize and make it more comfortable, the gameplay you have, minimize the survivability, minimize the horror factor in the game. Go on them. Now, that Tyrannosaurus will not approach me. It's keeping due distance. You have always to keep up the due distance, at least a couple of tails, a couple of Stegos between you and another Stegos, just out of safety. And if you have played Deinosuchus, same rules apply Stegos with Stegos. If you are playing solo, do not trust anyone. By the way, there is a decent group of Utahraptor, but there is a Carnotaurus too. So it's alright. I don't think they're gonna play together. I mean, it's just my assumption. You have to play around assumptions at times, you know. This one is going to pounce me probably, or not. I don't care. I just destroy everything on my path, but I have to remember I'm not 100% yet. I mean, probably my tail whip is more than enough. Oh, come on. What are you doing here? These Tyrannosaurus want to get destroyed immediately, probably. That's a big mistake. Don't cry if a tail whip arrives and you are playing Tenno. It's true you are a herbivore, and herbivores have to mix pack or to form huge herds. It's true, but here you are playing against players, against other players. That's a mistake. That is a mistake. Don't tell me that you have never died because you got too close to a Stegosaurus and out of the blue the Stegosaurus tail whipped you. Wow, amazing. Whose fault is that? Stegosaurus? Probably if the Stegosaurus didn't press the right mouse button, you'd still be around. But if you didn't go around the Stegosaurus on the first place, that wouldn't have happened. I knew that would have happened. You know what? I don't care much. I'm gonna buy the little Utahraptor if I can. 50 points of damage. Can I do 50 points of damage? Not yet, because I'm not at 100% yet. 95%. I don't know if I have 1,250 points of damage on my Thagomizer. Probably 999. I don't know how much damage I deal now, but it's not 1,200. Definitely not. If I have Utahraptors and Carnotaurus around, I feel better. They destroy each other. They say, oh, Utahraptor, I'm gonna attack the Utahraptor. Oh, Carnotaurus, I'm gonna attack the Carnotaurus. I usually pick the strongest side, or trying to friend the strongest side when I play. And I am in a dire situation. If this Steno dies afterwards, well, that's his fault. So there is a dead Stego, 2 big Stegos. That's time for me to leave. I'd rather not staying too long around. I'm going northwest to check the ground, to check the territory. Trusting someone is good, not trusting someone is better. It's better. I don't know what this Carno is thinking. I'm not at 100% by the way, but it might be a good thing that I'm not at 100%. It means I can run away from those fully grown Stegos if I wanted to. So this Carno seems friendly to me. Probably it is in a dire situation. There is a Raptor and a Stegosaurus. And a Raptor and a Carnotaurus, sorry. Well, they are multiplying those Carnos. Carnotaurus starves very easily, unfortunately for them. They starve too easily. Where is this Stegosaurus player going? I mean, they should have everything. They should have their nutrients here, if I mistake not. Kinda. I mean, by the river, potatoes. And then up here, northwest of center, like spawning point, they should have, what is that? Radish root. So they have everything, kinda. And check the Pachycephalosaurus. Now, Pachycephalosaurus is one thing that actually stand no chances against Stego. But again, check my full speed, 26.80. Honestly, what can you hunt with Stegosaurus? What can you go after in an aggressive way with Stegosaurus? Pretty much nothing if they run away. Pretty much nothing. I've said everything. If you die because of a Stegosaurus, it's because you created this situation. You helped in creating the situation. It's I mean, I really struggle to have these situations, these skirmishes when I reach 100% Stegosaurus. So Stegosaurus is super slow. It's not maneuverable at all. It does have a very bad agility. Cannot hide. Well, you can hide in the forest, but you are hard to hide. You are big. Imagine sauropods. It's like a little big sauropod that is running after a Utahraptor. I don't know if that is gonna be a possible thing because of the agility sauropods might have in future. Again, it's an assumption I'm making. I have no idea. This game is forever in development. I have no idea. Now, I have 2 ways to approach northwest, and I'm gonna take the classic way, you know. I mean, now the shortcut is you swim in there, and then you cut through the forest. But I heard a Deinosuchus somewhere. Yeah, I'm not getting in water. No way. Come on. I do not want to have removed big chunks of life just because. Just not yet. I'm not 100% yet, so I'm gonna play careful a bit longer. The little Tyrannosaurus dropped, quitted, going after the Stegosaurus. I mean, you either grow or you make skirmishes. You can do both, but it's very risky, even in groups, even if you are in a group, because if you are in a group and you are growing, the big carnivore or the big whatever, that's the stronger whatever, then your group will go after you because you are the weaker link if you're growing, so to say. You have to pick your fights if you want to keep surviving, or you have to not pick your fights if you want to survive, you know. It depends. This steeper stats gain makes skirmishes a bit harder than before, so a certain value to role play has been added to the game when you have a steeper stat gain while growing. So you get most of your stats once you get closer to fully adulthood. And people are afraid to lose. That's a cannibal. I recognize a cannibal because I am a cannibal, so I recognize one when I see one. we are alike, and you are giving me a good chance too. Alright, this spot might be good for drinking now. I like to drink around Deinosuchus. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you see me caring much about dinos? I don't, because they are not a danger to me. I just need to rush back to land. It's not a danger. Alright, so I am annoying this Deinosuchus a bit. I cannot get it, and I will keep moving now. Alright, good for you. Good win, good food. Bye-bye. Now, you see? That could have been considered you removing food items to that Deinosuchus just because you felt like it. Now, if you stay around that spot for a long time, it gets boring. At least for me, it gets very boring. So I usually, in less than a minute, I usually leave dead bodies when I play Stegosaurus, or when I play Tenotosaurus and I can, because around me there is just one Raptor. I usually leave. There is no point for me. There is no skirmish. The other player will not get into a skirmish with you, so I just leave and find something else to do. But you have to take into account that such player might stay around that carcass. What if the best thing you can do is you run away, you hide, and so you encourage the player that is actually around that corpse to move away too. They will move away out of boredom. They see with their own eyes that you are not looking for a skirmish, and they see that probably you won't come back. So what's the matter? What's the fun in staying around a spot where a corpse that nobody might eat, because you are hiding as a carnivore. So that big terrestrial, big other herbivore will not stay around that corpse any longer, because there is no skirmish in there. Probably you left. You didn't. You are staying around, hiding under a bush, waiting for the big herbivore to leave, because they will leave. There is no point again in staying around a corpse if there is no skirmish to be considered. At least for me. If there is no skirmish, yeah, that's alright. But again, this is my gameplay. There are as many gameplays as people that are playing in the server. Different types of gameplays as different types of people are playing in the server. As the number of people that are playing in the server. Everyone with their own conception and anything. Now, if you play on the ruthless side, on not trusting anybody, you kind of zero all possible mistakes you might do and that are forgiven to you by other players, just because you are playing the ruthless way, not trusting anyone, not giving any space of comfort to your gameplay. If you don't give any space of comfort to your gameplay, you kind of zero all other types of gameplays around, because you are playing as ruthless with as possible. I'm not talking about being aggressive. I'm talking about avoiding any possible contact. I'm talking about reducing and thinking just the worst in any case scenario that might present. You are just zeroing all possibilities of you dying because of a mistake, or because of a risk you have to take. I mean, there is always a risk, but there is a minimum risk that you are taking, not the maximum risk that you are taking, because you hope that other Stegosaurus players are gonna be friendly to you because you are Stegosaurus. Yeah, but they are different players. Why risking? There is a minimum risk always. Now, you want to zero these types of risk on officials, at least. At least that's how I play. And again, this is my third attempt that since I started these Stegosaurus episodes on how I play on officials, and it is a successful attempt. After after you reach that 85% growth stage, 84% growth stage, you can do so many more things than when you were below that, when you were a super fresh adult. I mean 75% when you were a sub-adult, because you still have to fear a couple of things like Carnotaurus, big in numbers, Utahraptors, big in numbers. You see a Stegosaurus from far away, you run away because you have more stamina than the other Stegosaurus and probably more speed. Just why risking and waiting around? Oh wait, I'm gonna wait for your tail whip. I have some lag when I tail whip now. Wait, I'm gonna wait for your tail whip, and then I will complain that I just lost. Don't wait for that. Don't wait for that. You don't know the other player. They can type whatever they want in chat. They can press the friendly call. Oh, I'm friendly. You know, I'm friendly. Yes, most players will actually be friendly. Most players, but some will not. Some will not. So you have to zero those chances against anything. And if you take your chances against someone that you don't know, it might end up, most times, great, you have someone else to play with next time. But also it might end up poorly, like you losing your dinosaur. Someone, Mr. I don't know, Mr. John said that he is nice as a Stego, and I'm playing Stego. I went to Mr. John, and John tail whipped me. Well, it ended up poorly, but it could have ended up good as well. Now, you are risking if every time you trust someone else. Now, if you trust someone else, you can find someone else to play with next time you play. And that's just perfect. It will increase your chances of survival. The more, the merrier. The stronger the group. The bigger the group, the stronger. A group of one person, if it can be considered group, is not as strong. You have less... you have to take less... you have to do less mistakes, so to say. You have to play less shenanigans if you want to grow successfully. Or if you want to keep your Utahraptor successfully alive after you reach 100%, because Utahraptor has a fast growing time, like in 1 hour and 10 minutes growth time, kinda 1 hour and 15. I'm not entirely sure. Same thing for Paki, better in a group. Now you can play solo. I play solo most of the times, but you need to be more careful, not giving any chances to possible luck, so to say. Is that guy for real? I think that guy is for real, you know. That guy is for real. You can't be for real. Now, yeah, it went away. You did good. You did good. Alright, now this is Northwest. Most of you will know this place as Northwest. The spawning point. The cradling area for everyone that wants a skirmish once recently spawned, or if you are a Utahraptor, even you want to be around this area. It's kind of a good area. It's kind of a good area. Now I'm gonna rush a bit towards that rock. I don't need to rush again. I do not need to rush. I have the river that can protect me. Usually Deinosuchus are very aggressive towards everything because Utahraptors give them S-shaped nutrients, the same S-shaped nutrient they can get from other Deinosuchus. So yeah, it's good. So Stegosaurus, I feel kind of safe around water, unless Deinosuchus and Utahraptor, huge pack of Utahraptors, they start playing together. That's a big problem then. That is really a big problem. There is a Pachycephalosaurus, very cheeky Pachy, but alright. So, Utahraptor is moving away, probably going to check center. Come on, if there is nothing to do, I usually move after 5 to 10 minutes. Unless I am growing. If I'm growing is a different thing, because I'm not looking for a skirmish, or at least not really. I always look for a skirmish, but not that much. Come on, I'm growing. You've seen my Stegosaurus. Is my Stegosaurus 100%? It is 100%. Third attempt. Probably took me 6 hours from the first attempt to the last one. because I don't think I've been, or probably I have been on a 2 nutrient diets for 5 to 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes on a 5 on a 2 nutrient diets, 5, 10, 20 minutes on a, let's say 20 minutes on a 2 nutrients, half an hour on a 2 nutrient diet. In less than 20 minutes I switched I switched Stegosaurus more than a couple of times. This is a Utahraptor pack that can actually deal some kind of damage. I am good with food, I'm good with water, there is nothing to fear. Actually, I'm gonna make another episode straight in after this one. What is that? I'm not in a rush actually. I will, if I have to give the first blow, I will. Can I get up? Can I get up? Afraid. And I'm the king of the rock, king of the hill, king of the hill. Yeah, they stand no chances. It's just very, very, very annoying when a Stegosaurus comes up all the way here, and then there is a huge swarm of Utahraptors, and they try their best to get such Stegosaurus, and they cannot. They just cannot, you know, they just can't. Well, that's all for today. Up here, none of them will approach me actually. That's all for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Consider subscribing my channel, and have a great day. Bye bye.